Welcome to the Rusted Garden. Today's video is all about planting your fall garden. These are Vegega metal raised beds. Check out the video description. There's a package deal through the Rusted Garden and you can pick up these 3 beds. Did a video already growing the summer crops. We're going to take a look at everything that grew. These beds are perfect for growing really anything that you want. Beautiful design, great color, and I like how I was able to set up 3 beds right in this space. Today, aside from showing you the harvest of the summer crops, I want to show you how to plant peas. We have some spinach in. We're going to talk about carrots, radishes, all the cool weather crops. Crops that like cooler soil temperature. They can take a frost and a freeze, but August, even though it's 90 degrees today, is a perfect time to plant your fall garden. And just to show you how quickly they germinate, these were put in on July 30th. The peas are already up. Today is August 7th, radishes are up. So now's really the time to utilize the warm soil, the warm days, the warm temperature. Get those seeds in for the fall, and as they grow and mature, they're going to accelerate in August and early September when it's warmer. But as the cool weather comes in, they're going to be able to grow, they're going to thrive, and they're going to take off. All right, let's take a look at everything that I've planted in the summer beds. I have a video that showed you how to plant all these. I will link that in the video description, but let's just look at the production. I've already harvested a lot out of these metal raised beds by Vegega. The video will show you everything that I planted and how I planted it. We put basil in by seed. That's really ready to come out. It's starting to flower. We could cut it back. Maybe I'll cut it back, let some new growth come, give it everything here that you see today a nice feeding of a water-soluble fertilizer. Because this is new soil, these plants really need nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. When you first set up a raised bed, it's best to kind of water regularly with a water-soluble fertilizer, give the plants what they need. In this first bed, I grew giant red Marconis, great Italian peppers. We're gonna pull those off. Other sweet peppers, looking really good. This guy's been on there a little bit too long. It's starting to get some rot right here, but you can cut that out and still eat this. More peppers. In the back, we have the green beans and the cucumbers. The cucumbers I really pretty much harvested, but the green beans are ready to come out. Lots of tomatoes dropping in. So it was 1 tomato plant, 2 cucumber plants, a couple of bean plants. The peppers, we planted one about every maybe 12 inches, 30 centimeters. And it looks great. I mean, this is great for your first garden. Spinning around this way, have a round of potatoes going that'll stay in there. Bush beans, second flush of beans. Look how beautiful they are. We're gonna be pulling them out. Strawberries will stay in here. And the zucchini plant growing vertically has another zucchini ready to come off and more zucchini flowers, future zucchini growing. Today's harvest, plenty of green beans, tomatoes, found some cucumbers. That's the cool thing about cucumbers. Even when you think you don't have any on your plants, they're there, you just have to look for them. Peppers, a zucchini that's a little misshapen, but plenty of vegetables out of this harvest. And I've been really pulling produce out of here for the last really 3 weeks. Getting back to the fall garden. All your fall crops can take a frost. They can handle it. Peas are one plant that you want to get in now. I'm in Maryland Zone 7. Even though the leaves can take a frost, the flowers and pods can't. So you want to have a good 75 minimum 90 days of non-freezing temperatures so that you get the pea pods off your pea plants. So you definitely want to get these in early. I've planted some as early as the first week of July. These just went in on the 30th, and you still have time in a lot of areas. Even if you can't eat the peas themselves, you can eat the pea tendrils. They taste just like peas. They're perfect in salads. So again, these went in about 10 days ago. You see that they're up. Peas have hollow stems. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to clear out space in here. I'm going to remove some of the leaves of the zucchini plant, put some cool weather crops in there. The bush beans, I went through and pulled out the second round of harvesting, and they're not going to get much more after that. So they're going to get pulled out also, and I'll plant some more crops down there. I'm going to take the cages now. Let me grab this one too. And I'm gonna put them, if I can grab it, I know I can do it. I'm gonna grab them and put them right on top of the peas. This will give them trellising. Whoop, you don't want to do that. And this will give them something to trellis up. They'll lock around each other, they'll grow upward, and they're just not going to fall over. Because they have hollow stems, they're really fragile. You definitely want to give them something to trellis on. And as my tomato plants finish up in other places I'm using these cages, I will just drop them on the areas that I'm growing peas. All right, let's set up that area once I remove the leaves and the bean plants. The beans have been removed, and I just basically loosened the soil. Removed the mulch that I had down, which was some grass, and I just threw it over here on the potatoes. And here's a little potato that's growing that I pulled out accidentally. So the potatoes are doing okay. So radishes, carrots, and for radishes, I do a whole spacing about every inch, 2.5 centimeters, maybe a 1/4 inch deep. You don't have to over worry about that. 1/4 inch, 0.75 centimeters maybe, you know, just that depth. I drop 2 seeds per hole on the outer rows and 1 seed down the middle. You can thin them to 1 seed if you want. Carrots, and just real quick, here what the seeds look like. So right there by my ring, those are carrot seeds, and over here are radish seeds. You want to put in 2 or 3 carrot seeds per hole, and the depression is, you know, just into the soil. Again, you don't have to measure exactly the depth. You don't want them quite as deep as the radishes. About 1 inch apart, 2 or 3 seeds. I'm going to thin these down to 1 plant, 1 carrot per hole when they come up. You just don't want to put in 1 seed. You get so many carrot seeds that you don't want to be waiting around for a seed to germinate that doesn't. So basic setup for carrots, radishes, cover them over. You want to keep these well watered, especially today. It's like 90 degrees. Really too warm for the cool weather crops, but the nights are getting cooler, so it all works out. The soil temperature is low enough for germination. Water these at least every other day. You don't want them to germinate, get hit by intense sun, top inch or 2, 2.5, 5 centimeters dries out, kills off the germinating seeds. Your best friend for the cool crops right now in August, while you're waiting for the fall to roll in, is lots of water. So we're gonna water these in at the end. Let's go over to the next group right over here. Next, let's go with spinach. This is Bloomsdale, is the variety. Here's the size of your spinach seeds. And again, about 1/4 inch deep. I'm spacing these, I don't know, 3 to 5 inches, 7.5 to, what is that? 12.5 centimeters, 15 centimeters. The bigger the spacing, the bigger the plants are gonna get. I like to harvest my greens a little bit younger. I remove leaves, so I go with, you know, I don't know what that is, maybe 3 inches, 4 inches. 2 seeds per hole. I'm gonna leave both plants in there. If you want a bigger plant, thin them down to 1. There's a lot of different ways that you can plant these. Biggest deal is just get them into the ground now. Get your plants seeded for the fall. Let them use the warmth of August to grow and germinate, and then the cool weather comes in and they just thrive. Setting up the soil, if you have compost, you can certainly throw it in, mix it up. But if your soil's, you know, somewhat decent, and this soil's all been prepped this year, it's good, you can just use a water-soluble fertilizer to take care of your fall crops. You don't have to do anything fancy to the soil. Little gem, a form of romaine lettuce, is going in next. Again, spacing 3 to 5 inches, even 6 inches, you know, up to 15 centimeters. The greater the spacing, the bigger the plants grow, and that just depends on how you want to harvest. If you want a full-size, you know, head of lettuce, more spacing. If you're just going to pick them smaller, remove leaves closer together. I've put in 2 or 3 lettuce seeds per hole. This is what lettuce seeds look like, if you're interested. Let's get that in focus. Sometimes they don't germinate that well. You get a ton of lettuce seeds like you do carrots. So put in at least 2 seeds, even 3 seeds, and then thin them down to 1 plant. Cover them over, we'll do that in a second. We're gonna water everything in with just actually with water. Once they're germinated and growing, we'll go back to the crops that are already up. I'll show you the fertilizing for that. But initially, we're just watering, keeping the soil moist. And right in here are going to be my Cascadia peas. I'm gonna just scatter them around, actually space them out about 1 inch, press them 1 inch into the ground, and this plant will start dying out, you know, as the peas are getting bigger. They just don't like the cold weather, the zucchini plants. So the peas will take over this spot. Cascadia peas. Peas are large, so I don't pre-press a hole for them. They're gonna get pressed down 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep. They like to be planted deeper than the other seeds that you saw because larger seeds get planted deeper. Space them out about 1 inch to 2 inches, however you want to do it. 2.5 centimeters is fine. And then the depth again is about 2.5 centimeters, a little bit less, 1 inch. And that's all I'm going to do for the peas. So I set them up, press them down 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep. Let's do this real quick. We'll do all of them. This is just how easy it is to do peas. And what I'm showing you today is how you can kind of work your cool weather crops into your summer beds by freeing up space and, you know, using this. The phone actually cut off because it's so hot here. It's over 90 degrees. But by using this pea trick, planting around your summer crops, you can get the cool weather crops in earlier. So the peas are in. Let me cover up the lettuce and the spinach. And the whole key for success for planting your fall crops early is to water them. Now, of course, you always water them. But with the high heat, let me just show you a real soaking. You really want to soak the depth of your direct seeded plants. And if possible, for the first 7 days, you really want to do this every day, especially if the temperatures are still getting into the upper or lower 90s. I think maybe that's like 37 degrees Celsius. Hot, you know, hot that it sweats, hot that it shuts your iPhone off if it's sitting in the sun. This will keep the soil cooler. This will help with germination. And you do want to use the warmth of August to get these plants growing, but you don't want the high heat to shut them down. So this is really a good first soaking to get these crops going. And again, I'm going to say it one more time because this is what people miss so often, is water these every day, just like I showed you right now. And that should take care of any high heat issues that come, you know, in the month of August. This Vegega bed has been set up with fall crops, keeping the zucchini to provide some shade for the peas right now, keep the soil cooler, they'll grow better. And then that plant, again, like I said, will die out before the peas get to size. Over in this bed, summer garden still going, cucumbers, beans, tomatoes, peppers. I'm not going to be taking any of these out for a while, but I will squeeze in other fast-growing cool crops like radishes into this space when it opens up. If you like these raised beds, there is that 3-package deal in the video description. Check that out. It's available at Vegega.com, and it's part of the Rusted Garden deal. Coming over to this bed that I've really already started for the cool crops, like I was saying, it's been 10 days, so I'm watering this about every other day now. Before I feed them a water soluble, and I'm waiting for the plants to get about this size. Before I feed them, I really like to soak the area in. There may not be much of a difference, but in my mind, and just because I've been doing it for a long time, before I put on a water soluble into containers or into a space of new transplants, I just like to soak the area in a whole lot, so I'm not rinsing away any of the nutrients beyond the root zone. I'm not going to put down a ton of water soluble fertilizer, just enough to get to the root zones of these plants. So I'm showing you in real time because we tend to woefully underwater. I'm also watering in full sun. There is a little bit being said about not doing that on young plants, but these guys are tough enough and they're not going to be harmed by the sun and the water. We just tend to really think our plants are a lot more fragile than they are. You have to think of summer storm, you know, hot days, full sun, storm clouds roll in, everything gets soaked, the clouds go away, the sun beats down, and you don't see crops wiped out because of intense sun and watering. Right in there is spinach, that's gonna need more water. So this is well soaked, well watered, and again, for the cool crops, I'm doing this every other day. For the fertilizing, I'm using AgroThrive. I'm affiliated with them. It's an organic water soluble. You can find them in the video description. And they're just gonna get a quick pour like that. You don't need to overdo it. Spinach, even the peas, even though they fix their own nitrogen. Next peas, something like that. And they have plenty of nitrogen for a good, easily 2 weeks, if not 4 weeks. If you have plants that are bigger, maybe you put in some more water soluble right now, but these guys have just germinated. They're young, that's plenty of fertilizer. Gonna rinse them one more time. I just don't like having fertilizer sit on the leaves. Rinse them off. They're good to go. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. I sell tomato and pepper seeds, $1.75 a pack. All other seeds are only $1.50. 3 raised beds. You've heard me say it, buy Vegega. Special deal in the video description. This is perfect for a family of 2, family of 4. Fall crops are in, summer crops are still growing. Follow me and I'll show you how to grow in these beds in 2027, starting in the spring with cool crops, transitioning back over to the warm crops, and then come August, we're going to be transitioning back to the fall crops. Here in Maryland Zone 7, we can do the cool crops in the spring and in the fall. Again, thanks so much for watching.